Let me
Welcome, host. Very
see
well.
if I
Then
can level
partake
up.
and nourish.
Okay, 1 level in dexterity.
Farewell, Ashen Maid of Flame.
Do I have, did I pick up anything? Don't think so. Oh, I picked up the dual charm. Tool used in duels of judgment. Nulls effect of special area effects for a short time. All-Father Lloyd's knights lived in fear of his duels of judgment, in which verdicts were carried out by his sword of law. I have a few soul items. I can burn one of these under bone shards. Anything else? I think I want to use the Stora Greatsword, but first I want to show it to you. It looks pretty dope. I like these swords that have a very simplistic style. So, like big swipes, similar to the Zweihander, but a little bit faster, and it has also the stab with a long reach, and is fairly light. Skills with dexterity, so I think I will take that in the future. What are the other things you can get from her? Always a bit fast for me to read. Oh, okay.
Welcome,
So
host. Speak.
I can talk to her and I can give her the Firekeeper soul, but that is a story element I may do later.
Farewell, Ashen Maid of Flame.
Sorry, Koala. So anything here? No update, of course. But, oh, now she sells Lloyd's Shield Ring. Boosts damage absorption when HP is full. Ring given to Knights of the Way of White. Depicts All-Father Lloyd's shield encased. So we heard of All-Father Lloyd now before from other holy items. And he is part of the Way of White, one of the predominant religions here. Heard about that as well. Much time has passed since the worship of Lloyd was common in the Way of White. The clerics of Karim had always strongly asserted that Lloyd was a derivative fraud and that the All-Father title was self-proclaimed. Interesting information there. And then we have the Sage's Big Hat. That is from the Crystal Sorceress there. Enormous hat that completely obscures the face. Belong to twin gurus known as the Crystal Sages. The pair are said to be sorcerers to the great sage Logan, and this big hat, successors by the way. Big hat is symbol of their pedigree. Logan, the famous sorcerer from Dark Souls 1, boosts damage absorption when HP is full.
Ashen one.
It's a decent ring, I would say.
Oh, he'll land in one piece. Well, now it's time.
Okay, he said that. Does he
You
have...
can keep the ring.
Okay, we heard that. And here we can sell and buy items. The Bastard Sword can be nice. The Carthus, the Pontiff Knight Curved Sword, pretty nice weapon. Skills with Dex and Int, but only upgrades with Twinkling Titanite, so you have to think about that. The Glaive is pretty nice as well. Lots of people really like that one. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it does have its value.
Goodbye.
Mr. Soul Spear himself, yeah. And crystal magic weapon. The crystal magics that he invented. Responsible for a lot of sorceries. So now reinforce. I will reinforce the Astora Greatsword. Although I'm not yet at the point where I can use it, I think I will want to use it in the future.
Pretty be careful, I don't want to say.
And we have still 6,000 souls, which is quite a bit to just carry around for the next part. So what do I need for a level up? 7,500-ish. So I think what I will do is I will Take one of these. There we go. Gives us one more
Welcome us. Very well, then take
level.
none.
And now I could level up to 18 to use the Astara Greatsword, but for now I will stay with... a little bit of endurance would be nice too. Well, let's go with Vigor for now.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Okay, anything else here? Don't think so. So for now, let's get going. Burn Undead Bone Shard. That is the one to upgrade our Estus Flask to +2 now. Means more healing with each sip. So, we have to go this way. Let's use Tears of Denial. Send the elevator down if something happens. And now we have this guy. There, it is worth to... The best way here really is to run. You can pick them up later. Or just do what I do. I'm kind of risking to die here. To grab the items. Maybe I will have to grab that item later. Someone shot at me from above. So yeah, usually the best way is to just run through and get over with it, but yeah. Also, if you listen closely here, you can already hear the club of the evangelist. Yeah, look at this guy. Oh, there's another one. Didn't even know that. He's now... And then you can see this thing. Another Goop McGoop. Little ambush. And there we have Seek Guidance. Another miracle. Miracle of Stray Souls displays more help from other worlds and reveals summon signs without using an ember. Faith serves as a guide for clerics, meaning they should have no need for a second-hand wisdom. Be that as it may, this miracle has been passed down from soul to soul, providing a tiny ray of hope for the lost. So, actually, can be very useful, especially for new players again, because it shows you more of those help messages, and maybe even more importantly, you can use that to see if there are summon signs around before maybe wasting an ember. So if you think, oh, I really need help, I want to play co-op, but you're not sure if you want to use an ember, because that could also mean that someone could invade you, or you don't have many embers, well, then you can use this miracle and look around if there are any co-op options available in the first place, And if not, then you don't have to waste that ember. And if there are, now you know. So it can be pretty useful. I never used it myself, but it actually has some worth. And I think the effect of that it reveals the summon signs is new, but I may be wrong there. Oh, hit me twice. I thought I blocked that. Okay. Tears of Denial worked, but I'm in big distress here. Ugh. Blood loss. Ooh, that is an ugly fight. These evangelists, they have such big reach with their stupid club. Oh boy. I'm stuck! I was stuck again! I think it is now the 5th or 4th time that I died just because I got stuck somewhere. Let's do the oops. And they do a lot of damage, yeah. I'm only at 16? That seems wrong. I'm only at 16? Did it really count earlier? I feel like I had more. Yeah, it did. Well. Well. I'm surprised with myself. Well, maybe now I get the chance to actually use the... or grab the item on the bridge. You can kill the giant with bow and arrow if you have the patience for it. So it is an option. But I wouldn't recommend it. There's an easier way to kill him. So there we have exploding bolts. Okay. And I'm dead because I forgot to use Tears of Denial. Someone has to remind me of it. Yeah, but that's normal insanity. Okay. Tears of Denial, Tears of Denial, Tears of Denial. But I picked up the exploding bolts. Let's see if they have some additional information. Bolts that explode on impact deals area fire damage in the immediate vicinity. Due to the risk of detonation, the amount of bolts the user can carry is greatly limited. These are, after all, prototypes created by the weapon craftsman Edmund. You get what you pay for. Yeah, I thought so. I think in the previous game's guidance just showed you more messages. Also, one reason why you should send down the elevator is because it's easy to forget sometimes. And then you just run into the abyss and lose all your souls. Happened to me more than once. There is the miracle guidance that lets you, if you use it, you see more help signs, online help signs, and also reveals summon signs of online co-op players. So you can use the miracle before using an ember to actually find out if someone is available to be summoned. So yeah, shouldn't be the biggest issue to get past here if you just run through and don't pick up the items. And again, there is a way to kill the giant. That is a little bit easier than, or less tedious, I should say, than just shoot arrows, for example. Oh, come on, I had that. Backstab. Oh, swooped over me. That was lucky. No item, okay. So I just came back here to grab this, another ember. Huh, that's interesting. But were you embered? You have to use an ember before to see the summon signs, even for NPCs. Insanity. So that could be the reason. You have to kill him. He has to be dead. And you have to use an ember. Scroll ahead, but wary of beanpole. So, this is another... mimic. We'll show you again how to find that out. If you're new to the game, you should check every... I'm not sure if there's a mimic actually. Anyway, there's a way of finding out what chests are in a mimic and what not. So enemy ahead should be enough. So with mimics, the chain always points towards you. That is one giveaway. Otherwise, it's like curled. And also they breathe slightly if you look closely. I'm actually now I'm not sure if it's a mimic, but I'm pretty sure. There we go. With this one, you couldn't see the breathing very well because it's slightly in the ground. It's clipping into the ground, but with the other one, you could see that the first mimic that I showed. Deep Braille Divine Tome. Let's read about that. A Braille Divine Tome of the Deep belonging to the deacons of the Cathedral. Give this to a storyteller to learn miracles of the deep. Intended to teach divine protection to the deacons of the deep, but later dark tales were added to its pages, such that it is now considered a thing profane. So, basically, a tome with very bad miracles. Before I go down there, though. That guy. Really? So, before I go down there, I do want to take care of the little thralls. Oh, come on. What? How did he get... How? What? What? Where did they come from? How did he get back up? Damn it. That cost me my tears of denial. How rude! Teleportation, Spider-Man, Spider Thrall. So, and you see this guy? He's an issue. These guys are issues. So, let's see if I can solve that issue. Definitely need to get the backstep there. Ooh, actually broke his guard with the double-handed. And if they enchant, they do more damage, and after their attack, there are little orbs that explode. This actually worked out pretty well, but they can be a real big issue. We will see more of them. Now that I think of it, may have forgotten something outside. These are a little bit different, Valblot, but they're similar. Massive iron leggings worn by knights serving the Cathedral of the Deep. Repulsive creatures of the deep are sure to attract the foolish, but the Cathedral Knights are prepared to meet such intruders head-on with their more than ample might. Now, this one is... Be wary of up. Yeah, that is a good advice. Ah! Spooter. Scared me. That is an ugly spooter. And they are tough to fight. They inflict curse damage, which is also not fun. Let me see. Can I equip the bow? I know it's kind of cheesy, but these guys are not fun to fight. And they lure you in with the item, and I think it's just a... Can't get through the door though. Yeah, exactly. They lure you in with the item, but I think it's just an ember. If only I had Shepherd's Pew Pew Pew, yeah, that would help a lot. Okay. Now it's Aldrich Sapphire. Another ring. Yeah, it's similar to Dark Peace Pearl and looks. There we go. A malformed ring left by Aldrich, Saint of the Deep, recovers FP from critical attacks. Aldrich, infamous for his appetite for flesh, apparently had the desire to share with others his joy of imbibing the final shudders of life while luxuriating in his victims' screams. So if you do backstabs and riposts, you recover a little bit of FP. Okay, then I don't feel bad, because the giant boars are actually not that big of an issue. Before someone cries out, I will ember up soon. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Aldrich sounds like a nice guy. Yeah, he's the gooey guy from the intro. One of the Lord Souls. And we heard of him that he developed an appetite for eating humans. Yeah, that's how I usually play these games. I don't mind using cheesy tactics. Like, they're available to me in the game. The game gives me the option. So I use them. Why make my life harder than it actually is? The flamberge. Okay, now I will look at the weapon in a second. The flamberge. There we go. Greatsword with an undulating blade. The blade resembles flame, was crafted to mutilate flesh and inducing bleeding. Yeah, that's it. That's at least how I feel about it. I don't have much of a gamer pride. For me, it's like, okay, how do I get best through the game? Yeah, and sometimes that means, I mean, not cheating, but cheesing. It's a little bit, so. There's this thing. I want to get the thrall's attention so I can fight the big knight on my own terms. There we go. I would rather not demonstrate how dangerous they are. I need to equip my Estus. Ah! Didn't have the angle. Oof! Got the backstab. Oh boy.
You really are fond of chatting, aren't you?
Rexy! Yay
I
for
think
some
you have feelings
stabby
for me.
action!
Yay for some stabby action.
Thank you for the 11-month resub. How are you doing, Rexy? Yeah. So there is a large soul of a traveler. Now, before we continue here, I wonder if I forgot something. Because there is a part in the game that I think I forgot to explore, but I'm not quite sure. So this is back where the giant crystal lizard was, where we picked up the poison ring. I'm doing pretty well, thanks for asking. Then we have to... Oh no, I didn't. I didn't forget anything. Everything was fine. Ha! Now I remember how I got there where I wanted to go. Through here. Thought I forgot it earlier, but I didn't. Good. Otherwise I would have to run back. So I actually won't use the bonfire now. So this is the other way. Back to the same bonfire, which is why I won't use it. I still have 8 flasks, and I don't want the enemies there to come back. So this leads to the sniper we saw earlier. I think that is just for the... And then there's a little secret around here. We can go even further up. You have this guy. I thought there was an item somewhere. Oh yeah, the deep ring. He always drops that. And the deep ring... A ring bestowed upon the deacons of the Cathedral of the Deep allows attunement of additional spells. In the Cathedral slumber things most terrible, and as such, the deacons require a grand narrative to ensure they do not falter in their duty. Philosophy to ward away the madness beckoned by the grotesqueries of at hand. Yeah. So with that, I could get another attunement slot. Just by using the ring, and now... I'm being careful, I can use this. And then we're all the way up here. So this is also somewhat of a secret area. Didn't get the lock on. That was really sharp. Does he fall down? No. Now he falls down. Fine. So easy to miss, though.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you?
Oh,
If I didn't know that,
oh God!
I think
Oh
you
God!
have feelings for me.
Bitte Morgan!
Widerlich mit Herz und Hand. Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit sind des Glückes Unterpfand.
Wintermon with the German national anthem. Thank you for the resub. 12 months now. How are you doing, Winter? We can go here. Oops, oops. How's your day, Mr. Morgan? Or Mr. Winter? Okay, and we have this halberd guy. Yeah, he's dangerous. The halberd has a lot of reach. Does a lot of damage. He looks ugly. Not very easy on the eyes. Just send him down to his death. Then there is an item here. And a small ambush. The arbalist. I think we already picked up an arbalist, so I don't have to read it. It does look badass, yeah. That's how you look every morning. Oh boy. We have this guy looking over this item. A pale tongue. Oh boy. We picked one of these up before. It's a covenant item. Hidden path? No. It's a lie. Been sort of okay, ups and downs, just finished dinner and feeling much better. That's good. Dark Souls been doing good. Had a few deaths, but that is just part of the course. So now we have to go to a tricky part. Very tricky part. That I'm not too familiar with anymore. Oops. Okay. Oh yeah, this guy is shooting at me. That much I remember. Then you have these guys that you fight on the rafters, which is not fun. Then you have there a big guy with a greatsword. Got the backstab though. Ooh. Oh boy. Let's heal. Don't have much endurance. No! Ah! Fell down. That is why it's so dangerous. Yeah, it's just a tough area, but there are some good items up there. It is worth going there. So some heavy bolts. Up here. That is true, Draco. That is true. That rafter part in Dark Souls 1. Infamous. There is, yes, and we try to decipher it a little bit while going through the game. Or at least I'm trying my best to do so. Looking at the item descriptions, a little bit at the environment to figure it out. So he's down. You want to be careful here. Not get overconfident, because that is a slow and insidious koala. I think it's actually better to take this way. A bit shorter. Come on. Oh, come on. Don't think that Tears of Denial would save me from the fall. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's way better to just look up videos from guys that actually know what they're talking about. But it's fun to, like, work on it yourself a little bit. There is another one of these little guys. Damn it. Okay, he's gone. That was a weird way to do that. They are so fast, despite their large sword. Oof. There you go. Oh, he kicked me! Panic rolling. He got me with that. Still have health. Jesus. Doesn't even drop anything. But here we have a blast gem, finally. A gem of infused titanite, commonly known as a charm kept by saints, used in infusion to create blessed weapons. Special blessed weapons gradually restore HP and heavily damage enemies, reanimated foes. Okay, barely have any health. Let's actually use an ember here. I have one more Estus. But you see there are two more of those big guys on the rafters, which is an issue. Can obviously trick them into falling down, but that is also dangerous, especially because one guy shoots with a crossbow at you. This guy. And this is the guy where I need to go. So I will do... Oh, is it the way I need to go? I don't know anymore. No, it's not, I think. That is an issue. Nope, it was not the guy where I need to go. Ah, forgot where I need to go. Got it. Does reanimated foes mean all undead? Most are undead. Most are inflicted by the undead curse. Alright, Valblood, thank you for stopping by and hanging out. See you around. This part, by the way, is absolutely optional, but there are a few nice goodies up here. Actually, so where do I have to go? I have to go where the big guy is. The other big guy, I should say. I want to have my souls back. It was like 10,000 souls! No problem, Coley. Working and have the stream up on the side yet? No problem. All lurkers are welcome. It's totally fine. I lurk a lot as well in streams. Stupid shield bash. Now, 10,000 souls. There they go. Gone. Great. I do want to get... Well, at least now I can be a little riskier, I guess. Oops. And just go where I need to go. It's tough to fight these guys on the raft. It's certainly possible, but takes a lot of time, and then you still easily fall down. So even fighting them isn't a surefire thing. And yeah, you can. They drop their equipment, which can be nice, but other than that, I feel like it's not really worth it. Yay! So, for fuck's sake. You repeat yourself. Yeah, but it is worth going up there, as I'm trying to show. But it really makes more sense to just run through. Fighting the one guy in front of the blast gem is... that's fine, you have enough space there, usually. But the other ones, it's really not worth it. They give a good chunk of souls, but souls you get all the time. Just sit down for 10 minutes and help someone with the boss get the same amount. I think that is one advice I would also give to new players to the Soul series. Don't bother about the souls, oftentimes. Sure, it sucks if you lose them, but... So here you can drop down. That is where you have to drop down. Then you can drop down here. So don't bother too much about the souls. Usually you get enough souls later in the game. It really isn't worth it to stress over it too much. Now you have these nice guys here. Aren't they lovely? You can try to push them down, that's true. I can take this one up. Another dual charm. There's an interesting encounter here, by the way. Later, I will show you that. The Miracle Force is nice, yeah. And this is the big door we stood in front of earlier. Just another way into the Cathedral, if you want. And I guess a type of shortcut. This elevator is not unlocked yet. But it is important that you have this part to get here. Probably we'll see later. Don't remember how the questline exactly goes. Can tell you already, but I will figure it out, I think. I hope. We'll see. So, then we have more of these guys. Red sign soapstone, so that is an interesting item I will show in a second. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oof. I don't have the torch anymore, and if they throw up on me, they can do the maggot thing. So let's quickly equip it. We'll have a look at the red side soapstone in a second. Hard to say which ones are alive after a while. They all just float over each other. I think now everyone is dead, which is always what we want. Online play item. Create a hostile red invasion sign. Be summoned to another world as a dark spirit and defeat the host of embers to gain the strength of fire. Not all dark spirits are unsporting, or they would make use of this soapstone. So this one you can use to, for example, give friendly duels. If you want to duel your friend, you can do that. And this, see, this is interesting that this one is pried open like that. There is a theory that Aldrich, the man-eater, might wanted to get in here and get what is inside here. So let's find out what is inside. We have another bonfire here. And then we have her. She's holding one of those things. Monstrosity, finger. Finger is correct, in a way. Talk. So this is another covenant, Rosaria, Mother of Rebirth. That is where we have to give the quickly join the covenant. We get Rosaria's fingers covenant item. We can relocate attributes if we I think we have to pay reverse be performed 5 times during this lifetime. Yeah, we have to pay in pale tongues, and we can only do it up to 5 times. But with that, you can completely reskill your character. Can also alter your appearance. Same deal there. But that's it for now. There are some theories about this character, who she might be. I think the most common, or the most, I guess, the one that makes the most sense is that she is one of the daughters of Gwyn, because of her pose, and there are some similarities there. So, oh, I think in order, let me quickly check something. Because a character appears here under some circumstances. I'm not entirely sure what the circumstances are. That is why I wanted to check something. Think I have to do something else, but I also think I know what to do. Very cryptic, I know. Oh, I haven't read the Rosaria's Fingers item. Sacred Seal of Archdeacon Klimt, who served Rosaria, Mother of Rebirth. Equipped to pledge oneself to the Rosaria's Fingers Covenant. Rosaria's Fingers collect tongues in her name. Some do it to be reborn, others do it to help comfort their voiceless goddess. Why are there bloodstains? Did people try to attack her? I would assume they either tried to attack the character that appears here, or they tried, or they died from the bleeding effect that the maggots do. Yes, it would make sense that Aldrich wanted to get to her if she is the daughter of Gwyn, because he likes to consume gods. We heard that. He went from normal people to gods, and she would have godly blood in herself, so would make sense. It's just a thing you can speculate when you see how the steel bars are pried open. Okay, now back here. There is still a lot to do in this area. Lots of things to discover and explore in the Cathedral of the Deep. So we have this guy again. Now you can see this is now up. Before it was down. But we will get to the whys and hows. Oh, come on! It was some bullshit. What? I couldn't block! Let's heal before I use up my Tears of Denial. Ugh. Well, maybe she couldn't leave, though. Another Titanite charge. Now, the reason why I returned to this side, it's not because I wanted to meet this guy again here. It is because of something else. She doesn't seem very mobile. Aha! Longfinger Kirk. Kirk, well-known invader from the first Dark Souls. he has a return in this game as well, as Longfinger Kirk, which indicates that he might be in allegiance with the Ringfinger. We heard of him. And then there is obviously, and they are both part of Rosaria's fingers. And his thorny armor, it actually damages you if when he rolls into you. And you can see he does a lot of damage. Ooh. That used up my Tears of Denial. A little bit of a tricky situation now. This stance always means danger, because that means they move their skill move. They do their skill moves. The Knight of Thorns! And we get the barbed straight sword and the spiked shield, which we will have a look at now. Barbed straight sword. Sword of Longfinger Kirk, the infamous Knight of Thorns. This sword's blade is lined with countless deadly thorns. The thorns of this ominous weapon induce heavy bleeding. And then the shield. Shield of Longfinger Kirk, the notorious Knight of Thorns. The surface bristles with thorns. Its vicious design makes it an effective weapon, and its thorns can inflict heavy bleeding on those unfortunate enough to be struck. Yeah, I will make a break soon. Yep, that is what usually happens if you're not familiar with it, Jacob. Okay. Hey, can't you come here? There we go. Here we have a nice battle arena. Hard enemy to fight for the beginning area, yeah. Cathedral Knight Great Shield and Cathedral Knight Helm, both very good items. Cathedral Knight Great Shield, a heavy iron shield used by the Knights of the Cathedral of the Deep. The blessing of the Cathedral have granted it high dark absorption. The face of the shield is decorated with the emblem of an old king of Lothric, a bold image of a great bird gazing skywards. Then we have the helm. Massive iron helm worn by the knights serving the Cathedral of the Deep. Repulsive creatures of the deep are sure to attract the foolish, but the Cathedral Knights are prepared to meet such intruders head-on with their more than ample might. So. And lifting these things does have a purpose. Just saying, we will find that out. Ran out of endurance. I'm a little low on stamina. Really need to upgrade that. So now, big boy. That's ready. And you see, we're like in big mud. Let's see if that works out. Oh, that was close. Cutting his toenails. Better not do that. Here it helps to not lock on. And always roll towards the foot that is standing on the ground. Be close to it, so he can't grab you or hit you, and then just wait which foot he lifts. Ugh. And there we go. Giving a dude manicure, yeah. So here it's really crucial to stay close to the feet. Look which foot he is lifting, roll towards the other ones despite the slow movement, and you're fine. No, that is just a mini-boss. But he also doesn't return. So if you now would go up and pick up the items that I already picked up, you could do that without an issue. And then we have the Maiden set. White hood worn by traveling maidens, part of their formal attire, regardless of rank. It is soft and well made, but ill-suited for use in battle. Right robe, yeah, regardless of rank, ill-suited for battle. Same there. Not a bit. Go. And I thought the first time I played here that this is the way to the boss. Spoiler alert! It is not. The Saint Biden, also known as the Joe Biden. Where is it? There. Silver Biden decorated by a holy symbol, formerly wielded by Saint Klimt. So we heard the name Klimt from the Rosaria description. He was a faithful servant of Rosaria. He discarded this weapon that draws upon one's face on the day that he put his own faith behind him. So he left. And this spear scales with faith, so pretty good for a cleric, but I don't like using spears. So I think from this point it makes the most sense to quickly go back to the shrine bonfire. There's a few things to do there. But we made some good progress. The pole arms I prefer swing as well as stab. 100% stabby spears I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, but you might want to check out the partisan then, because there the heavy attacks similar to the pole arms is a swipe. It's a slashing attack. So the partisan is actually pretty nice for that. So we have a little bit of
Ashen one.
souls. Now I do want to upgrade this one further, but I need one more Titanite shard. It's unfortunate. Can I infuse that one with some... Oh no, I can't do a blessed one yet because I don't have the right ember for him. So he can't produce the blessed weapons yet, which is fine. It's something I need to consider. Okay, let's level up then.
Welcome, host. Very well, then.
So, yeah, I'm very low on endurance. Don't like that. Let's go 2 levels into endurance.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flame.
Then I have some souls left. 3 fire bombs. As I said, I always like having those.
Ashen One.
Let's see if he has something new to say.
Gaining admission to the Legion is a matter of some ceremony.
Oh yeah, he already told us that we need to snuff out those 3 flames. Leonard is back.
Aha, you found a proper red-eye. Brilliant. I knew you were no ordinary man.
Applause.
Now invade and pillage all you like. And if you grow weary of your duty, you too may become a finger. Come on, give yourself to Rosaria of the Cathedral of the Deep. Now invade and come.
Okay, so maybe I had to do this dialogue because he's the guy who we can meet in Rosaria's bedchamber. When you grow up, you want to be a finger too. Which one? The middle finger? So now we have an item here, and that is the Armor of Thorns of Kirk. So now we can have a look at that. Helm of Kirk, the notorious Knight of Thorns. A dense patch of thorns grows from its surface. A fitting item for the murderous Kirk, for even the simple act of rolling can damage enemies when wearing this attire. There's the Armor of Thorns. Same there, same there, same there. Okay. Now, I'm not quite sure where Leonard appears, honestly. But he does appear here under the right circumstances. I might have to be in the Covenant. Just want to look around. Don't necessarily... Okay. Let's do that. And reload the area. It's usually a good way of fixing things. It's not there. I think he... If I remember correctly, he's standing more to this side. But maybe I need a certain amount of pale tongues before. That could also be the case. Well, let's switch back. Who make these games think up all of this outlandish but interesting stuff for their lore. It's definitely outside of your typical fantasy tropes. Yes, the creator of Dark Souls, Miyazaki, he's behind all of that, and he took a lot of inspiration from some mangas and animes, and but then the lore and histories and the stories and characters basically come all from his feather. Except Dark Souls 2. He wasn't involved in that. But other than that, it's all his idea and in his mind. Let's go back to the cleansing chapel. Let me think of... Oh, I wanted to check something. Very quickly. Da-da-da-da. Ah, see now?
Hello? Anyone there? Anyone at all? Oh. I know that voice. Just how long has it been? It's me, Siegfried of Katerina. I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you happen to see it anywhere? Oh, yes. I see. Not to worry. Great planning begets great fortune. An old tenant of the Knights of Caterina. And I am a master planner, I do say. Ha 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 ha. I'm in quite a pickle indeed. Maybe I can fashion a replacement from I've got to use my head and think.
So, our trusted onion bro somehow ended up in this well, and someone stole his armor. Yes! So, I will take a very short break now, though. We're already at 2.5 hours this time. And I will grab something to drink, and we will all take a little time to refresh, maybe stretch, maybe grab some snacks, but then it will all continue with more Dark Souls 3. We will fight the boss of this area and see how far we get after that. And yeah, we will see what we will see. And what we will discover in this game. Having fun so far. More discoveries to come. I will play some music in the meantime. Don't go too far away. I will be back in a couple of minutes.